Hello. Okay, so Daniel, I'm just gonna do a quick VOD review of you. I'm gonna have time for 32 minutes, so I'm just gonna go over this.
Do what I say, and this will go nice and smooth.
I don't need you to use your eat there, just because you kind of wasted it. You kind of dropped him high ground early, but I don't mind it. But you kind of blew your eat, which is not too big of an issue. But arguably, I want you to get to high ground. Just go here. Start slowly rotating up to there. Start slowly rotating up the high ground. Like, arguably, you could have just been here, poke him out. And as you're starting to come here, you can slowly sort of retreat and go back here. Or you could even hold this high ground and wait for them to come. And nah, arguably, no, just go back, yeah. I would have you just maybe start slowly. Even if they don't come here, like, if you just start seeing them come here, just start going up the high ground. Because you know, if they go all the way left, or they just decide to just push in through here, if they push into mid, you're already on high ground. If they push in left, you kind of poke out, and you can just leave. It gives you more options. So, also one little note, just shoot above the Rhine shield. Because right now you're trying to farm ult charge, right? Like, your shield break isn't shit, and you guys don't have a comp that wants to shield break, so just shoot, like, right above the Rhine shield. Right, and you're just gonna get, even you get like 1% of damage, it just helps you build that ult charge. It's really crucial. Yeah, with the new segment thing, you're just kind of randomly flashing your shield, and you're not really blocking much, but I'm going to put it at like 1.5 speed. Okay, let me just see that again. It's too fast for me to notice. I'm going to look more overall screen view and let's see how the team is. Christian's in no recall. Yeah, arguably, okay, now that I've noticed this more, if there's 3 people here, you can fucking hold your high ground. You don't have to be too scared. It's just 3 of them, but you know, maybe. Yeah, you're kind of just randomly shielding at times where you aren't being shot at. Like, you don't, like when you flash a shield, don't flash it. Just, you go for a rock, go on the ball. If I was you, just shoot the BAB. I think BAB's a more bigger threat because of that, but I wish you had focused on the echo. Why did I snap my fingers? But look at the echo on the right side. More of a threat. Eat that now. You should be eating that. Wait, how did you? Scorpio dead there. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like yeah, I would even do that earlier. Like the moment you see that, go for the eat. See? Okay, yeah. Don't waste your shield. How much time do I have? Are you serious? Yeah, don't you just waste your shield. Like after you use that fat eat, honestly, use it to maybe gain some space or try to get a wider angle so we eat. But if I was you, don't even waste your shield there. Like you have enough health. And try to aim at the squishies, not at the tanks. Again, you're fine enough on health and you have the BAP and the Mercy healing you, like don't waste your shield. Again, you just pop your shield up, no need. Just let it recover, Arguably, you can... I don't mind you playing that close, just flex. I would you flex this immediately. Get the Mercy in the air, but fine. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go over that one time. Yeah, what happened is that... I'm just gonna go micro stuff. I'm missing some shots. Get it. I don't know, you don't need to fly into them that close, right? You can just kind of fly here. I'd like you to retreat it here. Like, this is not a spot you want to be in, right? So think about where you're flying. And then also, yeah, you see him coming there, so I don't know why you walk out of your shield, right? Just stay in your shield. Stay right here. Like, you're really secure there. That was just really one micro error. And you let her get that kill. Yep, and you guys lose this. Good flex attempt.
Haven't I done this before?
I don't think it's winnable. Like I wouldn't have you win. Just go back, reset.
Stop the pain.
Yeah, you're just holding the tag on. Just check it. Honestly, you don't need to be this close. You don't need to walk up here. You can just kind of stand here and just pressure them once they come out. That's it. Or maybe shield your DPS too from the echo shots. It could help. It could alleviate some pressure.
Circuits engaged.
Yeah, maybe arguably you and Ash could be sitting here and you could be shielding the Ash because it's hard for you to hit those shots. I don't know, you just yeeted a rock there. Like, who are you stopping? Like, no one's really, like, who are you eating the rock for? You just kind of just eat it to eat it, and you're not gonna get much value. Arguably, hit the Sigma, not the Rhine. Right. Ooh, I don't like this drop. You know that's a throw. Yeah, and because, I was gonna say, no, this is also a reason why you probably don't want to waste your rock, is because now you could, A, if you didn't fall off the high ground, you can hit the Sigma. Once you see the Echo go for a dupe, if she dupes you, say, do not rock. Save your rock, because she's gonna flex, and you're gonna have to hit it. Or unless you're very sure that you can, like, walk past the shield and hit him with a rock and kill him. Like, if the rock has to guarantee a kill, or you... We're to the high ground. Yeah, you should just go up here and just get the Rhyme from a better angle. Yeah, arguably you're also very overextended from your team. Yeah, you see how you're like just playing mid? This is like what a Reinhardt do. Just take the extra 3 seconds and take yourself on high ground. You don't need to rush things, right? This is very much like a waiting period. I know, like, oh my god, this is happening, but like you need to be calm. Take your time, go high ground. Okay, maybe the Ryan isn't low, maybe it's like a 300 health instead of, or 200 health instead of what is that? But this is such a better situation. Because the fight, you're at this phase where the fight's kind of ending, kind of not. You're kind of been waiting for the main fight, and because you walk mid, you die. Yep, you walk mid and you die. Arguably, you didn't need to push up that far, but Bob's kills, so it's fine. I mean, at least you're able to attack your team and they're capitalized. Yeah, I don't know why you're shielding. Go to high ground. Yeah, okay, so you have flex coming up. If you know, oh, they have a Sombra, so randomly spy check. Again, I don't know what you're eating. Okay, here's the thing. Typically, versus the rule for Sigma 8, if they're playing a spam comp, you want to eat early so you can absorb a lot of the spam damage. So if they're gonna eat early, like if they're spam, you can come out, pick out a corner, and take a shit ton of spam, and like get health. That works for spam comp, but they don't have much spam aside from BAP and Diva. Like you're not gonna get much value. For brawl comp, just save your eat for when you're in fucking danger. Like if McCree gets up in your face, Diva gets up in your face. Like just save it to save yourself. But you get no value. Arguably a bit scuffed. So you have your flex. I'd like to see your flex now. This fight is not won yet. This fight arguably is lost. So the only way you turn this fight around is with flex. You can flex up your rock. Arguably you can keep your shield up for your shoulder right here. Like, right, if you see this fight is not won. I know you guys are like, this is winnable, this is winnable. No, this fight is not won. You guys are very close to losing this. Guarantee this fight. I'd rather you overall and win the fight than underall. Also, I don't know why you dropped him high ground. This is just kind of weird. Like, if you want to hit the, you know, these guys, just angle yourself here. If you want to get the Ryan, just walk up here, man. Like, you have, this is such a powerful high ground. You have so many angles there. You can see everyone. If you can't see someone, just like change your direction. But yeah, I'd like you to flex someone, like now. You see how risky this could have been? Like, what if he 360 shattered you? But he didn't. And now you have to fight some McCree on low ground, which is... Yeah, like, you really need to flex this, because look at this. This fight is not winnable. I mean, it kind of is, right? Yeah, Soldier's on high ground. So if you flex these people, Soldier gets the kills. Like, this fight is still very losable, so I need you to flex it. Yeah, like, I start flexing this now. Just guarantee it. Like, I... Also, yeah, go for the map. Yeah, you see how you guys lose the kills and you can get the map. See, Ryan chases, like arguably flex the Ryan so you can save your map. Flex the tanks, because these tanks stay alive for too long, and I would just flex to kill them. Also, commit into the map. Don't let them live. Don't let them live. And even now, fuck it. I understand previously was not using it, but now there's no excuse not to flex. Like, now you gotta flex, my guy. Like, you lost 2. I can understand be here before, but you really need to flush. Like, you can't hold on to this forever. You do it now, which this doesn't get broken, right? You didn't break that. You didn't make sure, and you waited too long to flux, and now that BAP came back, and you should have gotten it like the tanks. Like, you maybe should have solo flex Ryan when he was over under there. You could have fucking flexed the BAP when he was in that room with your supports. You know, you could have done a lot of stuff, but they didn't. Again, you drop onto low ground. Right, this would be a fine spot for you, but your ball's contesting point. So you drop on low ground and it doesn't do anything. And also you can't eat any of the damage that comes down. Yeah, you should have flexed earlier. You guys won the one fight if you did that. That's it. That's it. Also notes, overall notes is that use the high ground. Don't drop your high ground. You can maintain your position. Like, only touch it if no one's else on the point. Like, if ball's on point, you can not touch it, right? If you're sure ball's like stalling, just stay. Try to squeeze out every ounce of value. Like, arguably there's times where you're dropping off way too early. So that's your notes on Sigma. You're dropping off high ground way too early. Also, just try to like edge out, get as much like damage as squishies. Like during your poke raises, I feel like you're just shooting tanks a lot. Try to poke out squishies and get assassination kills during poke. Ryan, you do not have Sombra. You're fucked. Right? To be lightly, like if you get hacked, if you don't spy check the Sombra, like your team doesn't, you're kind of fucked. Right? You need to, if you hear the Sombra animation, you have to turn your shield. Why did you walk into that? Miss your fire strike, you really need to get the ghost. Don't feed your Ryan ult charge. Yeah, once you see that animation going on, you have to notice that. You see it from the corner of your screen, you have to shield that. But it's fine, you're playing conservatively, which is it, and you get hacked. Risky fire strike. If I was you, I actually would pin earlier. Cause like, like what is fire strike gonna do? You need to like make a pop-off play, and I would go for a pin. Like, cause you might as well. Like you did at the end, but I think you could have done it earlier. But not much. You got hacked and you got fucked. You let yourself get hacked. Arguably, spy checking could have happened. You could have reacted in time to shield that. But it's fine. Whatever. Team wins this, so fine. I want you to play more aggressively. Take. Arguably, you can play this corner. You can play really close here, play aggressively. I don't mind this corner though. I don't mind you playing there, 'cause it's fine. Okay, bad coordination. If you know he's gonna BAP window, save your fire strike. You just used it. Right? And also, here's the big issue. Has the fight started? No, not really. The fight just started right now, and you're already like at 600 shield. You arguably wasted too much of the shield on spam. Like, it's fine if you take damage from spam. Like, you don't... Arguably, I say when the fight starts, you want to have at least like 1,000 shield. The fight's starting now, right, with the nation of the ult, and you're below 1,000 shield. Or you probably... You're holding shield really hard, and you're letting it get broken. Like, same thing with Ryan. Arguably, I'd like you to flash your shield more and, like, block some of the poke. Or just let it recharge. You didn't let your shield recharge, and now you're just really low in shield. How'd you not die? Arguably also, yeah, say if you knew they have EMP bomb, anticipate it. But yeah, you let your shield get broken, and again, you guys don't check the Sombra. If you knew they had EMP bomb, I would tell your team to play more split and not the kit fight bomb. But no need to shield, just fight, just swing. Like honestly, if I was you, chase after Lucio, kill him, or just die on point, whatever. Not much you can do. You're just getting hacked a lot. Arguably, you're letting your shield get broken too early too. Ah, you fucked something. Yeah, you see that? You see her right behind your back hacking you. You need to do a quick 180. You can't let yourself get hacked like that, my guy. Yeah, and that's why. Yeah, you're like, I know it sucks to get hacked, but you can react. You have to see that, and then you have to like block it. But yeah, you're not reacting to the block. You're not to the hacks. Whatever, I don't care. You're just stalling, whatever. I'm not gonna comment on your wrecking ball play, not really. So we're just gonna fast forward this. Bit early, I will say that. It's a bit early, which wasn't anything. Now you should be pushing in. Now the fight's starting. Now you do want to roll again. But it's fine. Doesn't matter that much. Also, swing upwards, then pile driver. Like you could have gone a fat pile driver, but you just kind of went through them. But it's fine, whatever. Okay, cool. So, not the best wrecking ball, but you know, it's fine. Ryan, you're getting hacked a lot, and you have to notice, you have to react to the hacks of the time, you have to like do a quick 180 and, you know, block that. Arguably, you know, you can also tell your team spy check, but I'm telling what you can do, right? Also, you're letting your shield get broken too early. And Sigma, stay on high ground tomorrow. Don't drop off high grounds. Maintain your angles, and arguably flex earlier. Like seconds earlier, could have saved the fight. Second flex, you could have flexed earlier. And also, kind of yeeting rock. Like sometimes you kind of just need to save it, especially for like Echo Flex. Okay, we have 15 minutes to do the rest of the VOD. There's 8 minutes left. Okay, cool. So, yeah, these are gonna be quick. They're not gonna be that in depth. You shield the team up as they're coming. Let your shield recharge. Walk into 5-6. Be a bit more quicker with the decision to go here. I think he's just talking about it, but whatever. Not that big of a deal. Are you waiting for people to come here? Yeah. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Arguably, maybe I would stay an extra second and shield them more, because Ponzo can always headshot him, so you want to eliminate that opportunity, but it's not that big of a deal. Are you waiting for Lucius speed? I think you just really have a little bit hesitancy. I would just tell you speed in now, but I think you do some toms, but I would have liked it quicker. Now you get hacked. But it's fine, you've won the positioning. Yeah, you just fight in this corner. Yeah, at this point you can just kind of shield. And won. Right, really good rotation, just really good rotation. I mean, yeah, really good rotation right here. You played that really risky, but you stayed out alive. Let the Summer hack you again. But that was just well done, right? Not much to do. I know this was not your worst map, but I chose Blizzard World because I planned to do Hanamura for like other people. I'm gonna review other people's Hanamuras, and I don't want to only do Hanamura. I want to, you know, do some variety on the map pool. You know what I mean? Just keep it spicy. That's straight up it. And like I think I thought Juice went over Blizzard World with you, but he did. I mean, Hanamura with you, but he did the whole thing with you. So get to Ryan. Arguably, you could fucking even go in. Like if I was you, you could maybe arguably speed into the reset. You could be really ballsy with this, but fine. Stay here, just slowly get charged up. Like, I mean, healed. Like, honestly, if I was you, yeah, if you have your whole team, you could speed into them. And just hold shield. Like, if you drop your shield, you're gonna get hacked, but if you could speed into them, right? You could... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't like you... Okay, so... As much as like you like holding this high ground, you do eventually need to push in and fight them. Because they do have a better poke, right? The longer you guys stay in the poke phase, the more you're gonna get fucked in the ass. Right? Because they can poke better than you. Especially because your BAP's on payload, which is, you know... I'd maybe say Lucio should be on payload, but it doesn't matter that much, but... that's why like I want you to take more early engagements. And you're just kind of sitting here letting your shield get broken. And I saw the reset, honestly, just speed into the reset and get the kills. Try to, like, the Ryan's not there. You can maybe swing into them all, kill them. Like, Ryan and Lucio can do so much damage, especially when you have a Diva, and, like, this is a good core, you can beat the score. Right? Because, like, once you let the Ryan come up, you let him poke you out. You're, like, do this, like, yeah, you took too long and you were too hesitant. Like, also, you could maybe send Bonzo, right? And you kind of stay here because, as much as I like you kind of holding here and shielding, there's not much purpose because no one here can poke. No one here has good range damage aside from Baptiste. and maybe Lucio. Like your McCree probably would be the best person here to shield and poke, but at this point, yeah, like I'm fine with you going high ground to force them off high ground. Right? Going high ground just to force them off high ground, and then you drop the low ground to take the fight. Now they're here on this high ground, you can either A, push into them even harder and get them off the high ground, especially when they're like before this run's coming up, you can take this 4v4, or you can just push the payload. Or once you see them like come up the high ground, you can just kind of, okay, you can either into them more, or you see this, okay, they're just gonna hold high ground, so I'm just gonna get free payload space. And you know, since they're playing so far back, like if they're playing this high ground, it'd be really hard for you to push payload for free. Since they're playing so far back, yeah, you can just drop and push payload. And either you go in aggressively because you're gonna lose the poke, or you just drop payload. You can't do half and half, right? I think you're trying to go for a shadow, right? Yeah, and you see look how much shield gets broken, right? And yeah, like it's so much, you can't do shit. Right. Yeah, arguably I think maybe now to think about it, the best decision was get the kill off the Reinhardt, maybe stay here for a couple shots, and then drop down to push payload, or what I think you could have easily done when the reset, like I said, got him up here, sped into the reset, got the kill. But yeah, just to reiterate, the reason you're on high ground is to get the enemy team off high ground. But if you're on high ground, not getting the enemy team off high ground, you're not really doing the point of it. The whole point of it is to get them off high ground, right? Like with your physical body and swing at them, because you can't really poke at them. You have to physically get them off. So either push payload or and you kind of do this right now. You physically get them off high ground, and you could further push into that. Like honestly, you could have pushed into the original low ground. You could have been more ballsy with it. Patch chatter. From him. Is this winnable? It is. Your team wins this though, so you know, good job. Okay, I will say one last note. Another issue with this high ground is that you have no way to hide. If they're there and you're here, you have actually no cover. Like if you're on that high ground all the way there, you can hide behind the pillar. If here where they're at, they can hide behind those little pictures. If you're this high ground, you kind of played like here, more wide in the open. I would argue maybe play closer like here, because one thing I think you held here, and if you're gonna hold here, then you want to play more so on the stairs to like hide right here, or arguably I think what you could do, kind of play right here. I think this could also just be fucking not the best because you're so fat as Ryan, but you can maybe really hug this wall and try to avoid the spam while swinging the Rhino, because like the Rhine's coming up right here, you can swing onto him. You don't have to be right here in the middle. You can kind of like hug this corner and swing into the Rhine. So arguably, I just thought of that. So I need you to push up and gain this space if possible, because you've earned this space. So try to get it free. Don't let him have this, because like if you have control of this space early on, you don't have to work for it. Yeah, you guys kind of staggered up, so. Okay. Yeah, let your shield recover a bit. Yeah, you're going into this fight with like no shield. Arguably, if I was you, yeah, again, like why did you flash your shield there? Like let it recover. Arguably, just duck behind payload. Just hide right here, duck behind payload, or just like hug this corner hard. Again, either A, if you're gonna stand right behind the payload, use the payload as cover, let it recover your shield, or don't stand in the middle of the open. Stand right here. You can still push the payload right here, my guy. Right, if you want to push up here, but you can still push up here, and you can still shield your team if you need be, but you can stand here, right on this corner, and recover your shield. Getting to, that about engagement, again, you're lucky that fight won because you fucked up, but arguably, yeah, if you were gonna go into that fight with like no shield, right? Like honestly, just This pillar is small, so I'm not sure you can hide behind this pillar. Like, with bigger pillars, you can hide. But here, if you duck, I think you can still hide behind the pillar, especially on the back part. Or, you know, instead of pushing right here, hug this wall more. Right? Hug it. So, like, when you come out, maybe you have, like, 1,000 shield. Instead of, like, 1,000, instead of, like, 700. And that matters. I'm not sure. Are you fighting here? Are you going to fight the fight here? But Payload's right here. I think you can take more space. You can arguably maybe take right here. Take this little corner. Take this space. Or if you really want to be aggressive, you can take this corner. Be really balls up. Because, like, if you're here, my guy, right, you can still get healed from your BAP. And your D.Va can, you know, maybe come here. Magic C, right? You can take the space. Because if you have this space for free, if you have this space, because you won the fight, now you can take this space for free. And now, like, if you were there, they would have to work and invest resources and, like, work, you know, work hard and have to struggle to try to take this corner because you've taken this. But now, what's gonna happen, because you're standing on payload, right? They're gonna take all this space for free. They're gonna take this space. They don't have to work and invest resources. And now they're gonna stand here on an uphill battle, right? They're gonna have a bit of an uphill, so it's gonna be easier for them to shoot at you. They're gonna have this nice little angle, right? And then you. And this is a really open. So there's no cover, like from here all the way to here. Like if you walk up right here, you have no cover. There's nowhere to hide, right? Just behind the pillow, right? This is like decent cover, but you really can't use that. Maybe here, but it's not a good position to play, right? And now, what's gonna happen is you're gonna take that corner, and then you're gonna be right here, right? And then you're gonna have to push up against all their spam with Zen McCree. They have so much spam with Zen. You're gonna have to walk up and push up all the way here against their spam with no way to recover your shield. Well, Ryan, he can take spam, boom, he can recover your shield. You have no way recovering your shield. Arguably, that's why I say, like, go here. It's like, you've taken some space, right? So if they haven't the fight, you've taken, you know, if you go for, and this is like a shorter distance, instead of standing right here and have to walk all the way under the bridge, you can go from here to the bridge and you cover your shield. It's a lot easier. Or stand here and take the fight. Like, it's fine. Like, worst things that happens is that you get flashed by McCree, but you should be able to react to that and, like, flash your shield up, or maybe D.Va can play a little closer with you, matrix it, or like they rush in and speed into you. If that happens, you can still get supported by your team. D.Va can fly in the matrix and you can get healed. Yeah, like now. Yeah, again, you're kind of, yeah, look, you're letting your shield obviously I'd say just like drop your shield a bit, like drop it, don't let it take all this damage. You're taking meaningless damage. Like, you really are. Just like, don't let it take that much. Let it take a couple hundred, maybe drop it. Maybe hide behind pellet. And like, again, you have nowhere to hide, right? Because like this Ryan took this corner, he has this free corner to hide and swing around and let us recover your shield. You don't have that liberty because you didn't take it. This is also, like, this is a decent spot, I think. I'm not sure if it's a good spot, but you can hide your shield. Or you can just stand behind payload. This is like not the best, but it's always like a better option. Just stand behind payload and just like let your shield recover. Good block, but now look, they're pushing in and you have no shield because you wasted all that shield, right? That's, you see how much shield you're wasting? Like, I have like 3 minutes, so, but see, like, you're just eating micro missiles. Like, that's doing, like, if you eat all the missiles, that's 200 damage in shield, right? Because you don't take any fallout damage and you take the full splash and direct hits, so it's like 200 damage. Boom. That's 200 damage just for micro. It's like, it's 180 damage total. That's 180 damage just for shitty little micro missiles that if you drop the shield would fucking miss and maybe do jack shit. Right, and you're taking so much spam damage, like, and you're not have nowhere to go. Like, see where you're at, like how much shield. Like, is the fight really starting? No, they're kind of just like doing not much damage, right? Like, I really stand right here. Don't let your shield get broken. Hide behind payload. If you want to be hella conservative, you know, maybe you could play here. Kind of play here. I don't think that's a good angle. I'd say probably here. Maybe you can try to hide payload, especially because it's an upward curve. If you kind of duck, you can kind of hide from payload. Or, you know, if you were here, the Ryan would have to work in getting here. Like, this would be a good spot to fight. And now you can't get this because they've taken control of that space. But, you know, it would have been nice. Yeah, and you get naded because you try to recover your shield, but you get naded. And because you're standing in the middle of the open, it's really easy to fucking nade you. It's a lot harder to nade you when you're hiding in a corner. Good block. And now, look, you have no shield. Arguably, this is when the fight is starting. Like, if you want to tell me when the fight's starting, this is when the fight has truly started. You know, they're in a position, they're going in, they're pushing in. This is when the fight has actually started. Everything else has been really poke. And you have no shield. And guess what? Because you fucked up your shield, you have to bait on Mortality Field. So of course you're like, okay, so, you know, arguably, you didn't need to, and he wasted Mortality Field because you got low. And the reason we got low is because you no shield, because you mistimed it. So essentially, because you wasted your shield early on, and you let it get poked out, you had to get Immortality forced out. I mean, I think he still would have put Immortality out just because of Ryan, but with Ryan out, but even then, like, he would still would have put it out. Even if Ryan wasn't out, he would still be forced to put it out because you'd be taking so much damage because you can't shield yourself. Right? Because of, like, the way you mismanage your shield, it ends up causing your BAP to having commit a lamp probably really early. Like, you would have committed this lamp even if the Ryan wasn't nanoed, and you would have, because you've been taking so much damage because you have no shield, right? You can't put your shield up, right? So you see that cost, like, it matters, because, like, now because you have less resources, because you need resources and, like, shield and heals and whatever to sustain the brawl. Because you have less shield health to sustain the brawl, you're forced to consume other more valuable resources a lot earlier. And you die because of it, right? That's why you die. Right? You stand in the middle of the open, right? So you have no way to hide, you have no cover, right? Like, you don't play here, right? You have no cover, you have no way to hide. You have no way to hide, and you're dying first, right? You have no way to hide. You could have hidden here, and just, you know, like, maybe avoided the Rhine. Especially if you, like, hide here, like, you can hide from most of the span. Maybe the Rhine can come up to you, but you can, like, you know, it's just a Rhine, and, you know, that's a lot easier to deal with than the whole team shooting at you, right? You stand in the middle of the open. Stop. Okay, so I'm gonna give it, like, I did 30 minutes, so this is gonna be...
3 to 3.
I'll give you 4 more minutes. Yeah, why not? There's 3 minutes left, so it's perfect. So yeah, you get the point, because you stand in the middle of the open, you let your shield get broken very easily because of poke. And arguably, I think you could have let your you don't let your shield get poked out that much. Like, this is partly because you're positioning shit, you stand in the middle of the open, and need beach cover more, and also, and that's gonna allow you to, like, let your shield get, you know, recover more, because cover, and yeah. So overall, positional and shield manage issues can be the biggest issue at Ryan, and they're closely connected. Your positioning affects how much you can recover shield and whatnot. You're waiting for your team. I don't mind it. Yep. No, just go up. Just go up. Just go up. Just go up. Yeah, not much. Arguably, drop in now because they're still, like, out of position. Like, now they're in, like, mid-rotation, they're fucked, right? If you let them rotate here for free, they're fucked. The Brig's anticipating you, so you're gonna get kind of fucked, but obviously you can drop here. Or, yeah, you can drop there. And butt swap the battlefield, but now they kind of get space. They get all the space. But it's fine, you still have the high ground, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm healing shield, break out, it's fine. Die quick. He lost his fight, so I die quick. Maybe build shatter and then die quick, yeah. Your team with you. Sure, yeah, your team's with you, it's fine. Just wait, yeah, just wait for people. I think you don't know what you're doing, I think you should talk about it. Probably need to figure that out ahead of time, but fine. Good chatter. Okay, yeah, so you guys win this. So in short, Sigma dropping off Igon a lot, and sometimes you just, like, push in mid, and that's why you die. Right? You push in mid, and you push in mid without even using natural cover. You, like, push in the middle of the street. You have a tendency to stand in the middle of the street as Sigma when you should be playing angles more. And same thing as Ryan. Like, Ryan, just playing corners, hug the walls more. Try to, you know, be more considerate, because, like, you're so exposed to your positioning. you're playing in the middle of the open, that makes it hard for you to recover your shield. And that's why your shield gets poked out seriously. That's why so many times when the fight fucking starts, even the fights you won, you arguably would have lost because you mismanaged your shield. You won because like the Ryan pinned into your backline when they EMP'd and you fucking killed the Ryan. No shit, right? Like a lot of those fights were won because like you died first and because your positioning made you stand in the middle of the open, which allowed you not to get your shield recovered because it got poked out because you had no way to cover it because you stand in the middle of the open. And because it got poked out, they came into you and they just killed you, right? So honestly, shield management and positioning are your biggest weaknesses. That's from what I saw from that match. So focus more on where you're standing and try to think, hey, is there a place, try to think of where you can hide and try to recover your shield. Like a position where you can still be kind of aggressive and pushed up, but like safe. And you have a corner. So behind payload is really good. I mean, that payload kind of sucked, but you know, Sigma, try to always think, hey, wait, should I be pushing mid or going on off angle? So mostly focus on your positioning. That's it. I have to do everyone else now because the update's going to come out on today. There's a new update coming out today too. I really have to do them really quickly. Okay, yeah, 4 minutes done.